What's up, the John Squad? This is John Pilling here, your YouTube World Heavyweight Champion here on YouTube, and I'm coming to my WWE Monday Night Raw review for June 10th, 2019. So let's do the show, the John Squad, and this is your YouTube World Heavyweight Champion here on YouTube, and let's do this. So here we go. So we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw last night with the Universal Champion Seth Rollins, and he talks about a new era for the Universal title, and that he tried the hard way. He talks about Brock Lesnar and what he did to him at Super Showdown. What was it that it felt good when he hit him with the steel chair. Then he talks about Baron. So then Baron Corbin comes out and talks to Seth Rollins, and then just talks to Seth Rollins. Just talks to Seth Rollins, tells him to stop worrying about Brock Lesnar, tells him to worry about him, basically, because he's going to become the new Universal Champion, that there's going to be a stipulation involved, and that means he's picking his own referee. So Sami Zayn comes out and says that he's on Team Corbin, and he talks to Seth and says that he's tired of him, and says that he thinks that Corbin deserves the Universal Champion. So I have no idea what Sami Zayn's talking about, so that's the reason why they're. So then Kevin Owens comes out, and then he talks to Seth Rollins, so then Seth Rollins wants to fight Kevin Owens in the main event tonight. So that's what we have there. So what happened was that the 24/7 championship title, the EC3 and all, Drake Maverick and them all get locked inside an elevator, and then they all escape out of the elevator, and then they all try to pin R-Truth after they all escaped out of the elevator. It was just a pretty funny segment too. That R-Truth had to defend his 24/7 championship. All five of them got locked inside an elevator, and then next thing you notice, basically, then they all were free out of the elevator. They all see the referee. Then they all come running after R-Truth. Then R-Truth goes back inside the elevator, and Carmella saves R-Truth from actually not losing his 24/7 championship. So that was pretty funny right there. So the first match on Raw was a 3-on-1 handicap elimination match. It was Lars Sullivan versus Lucha House Party, and the winner was Lars Sullivan. So then we had on Raw was a sit-down interview with Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans, and so then Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans talked to each other back and forth, and Becky Lynch just talked to Lacey Evans about her losing her SmackDown Women's Championship, and how she's gonna beat her at Stomping Grounds, and how Becky Lynch made Lacey Evans tap that Money in the Bank. So then what happens next is that Lacey Evans talks to Becky Lynch, and that she is going to take the Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship at Stomping Grounds, and that she's going to make her be Becky No Belts, and that's what happens in that segment. So then we had a Miz TV segment, and the Miz special guest was Samoa Joe, and the Miz talks about Rey Mysterio, and he brings up about how Samoa Joe handled it the wrong way, what he did to Rey Mysterio, how Rey Mysterio was honest about it. That's what happens there. He was honest about it, and I don't know how to bring it up in a way. He was honest about it, and what Samoa Joe did to him was wrong, and so Samoa Joe was going to bring up the Miz's family until until Braun Strowman comes out and wants to be the next challenger for Samoa Joe's title. Then, next thing you know is that Bobby Lashley comes out and says that, no, don't you think we're not done, Strowman, after what happened at Super Showdown? We're not done yet. So Ricochet comes out and wants a shot at Samoa Joe's title. Then Cesaro comes out and bam, punches Ricochet, and then all of them start to have a brawl, and that we have a second match. Then the second match we had on the Raw was The Miz and Ricochet and Braun Strowman versus Cesaro, Samoa Joe, and Bobby Lashley, and the winner was The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Ricochet, and that match was awesome. I love Ricochet. Don't you all agree? Ricochet is just amazing. Then the third match we had on Raw was Becky Lynch and Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Lacey Evans, and the winner was Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss. And Nikki Cross was on ringside too, by the way. So then, the next one we had on Raw was... So then we had an in-ring segment on Raw with Paul Heyman, and he talks about Seth Rollins about last week on Raw when Brock Lesnar did not cash in on him at all, and he put a beatdown on Seth Rollins. His client Brock Lesnar put a beatdown on Seth Rollins, and how Seth Rollins put a beatdown on Brock Lesnar at Super Showdown, and over and over and over again with the steel chair. And now he's not going to tell you that there's going to be a cash in at all. It's just going to be a surprise now, and now we're never going to know when there is going to be a cash on either the WWE Champion or the Universal Champion, but it's just going to be a surprise now. So that's basically what Paul Heyman just says. And whenever Brock Lesnar is going to show up or wherever he's going to be, we're just not going to know. And that's what we're going to leave it at that now. That's what Heyman just says. So then the next match we had on Raw was the Iconics versus Lacey Lane and Ali Elise. And the winner was the Iconics. Then we had the Best in the World celebration, and Shane McMahon just talks about Roman Reigns, and then Drew McIntyre talks about Roman Reigns, and talks about how he's going to beat him at Stomping Grounds, and that's basically, they just talked about his Roman Reigns, and Shane McMahon talks about how Roman Reigns is a future Hall of Famer, and how Shane McMahon has a win over Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns does not have a win over Shane McMahon. So that's basically what he just talks about. So then the fifth match on Raw was a Raw Tag Team Championship triple threat match. We had was the Revival versus the Usos versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, and the winner was a new Raw Tag Team Champions are the drum roll please, are the Revival. That's right, the Revival are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Then the main event we had on Raw was Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens with Sami Zayn as a special referee on the outside. And the winner was, of course, Kevin Owens by DQ because Sami Zayn called for the bell, and that's what happens there. So then, after the match, Seth Rollins got all frustrated at Sami Zayn, so he went to go beat down on Sami Zayn, but then Baron Corbin comes out and attacks Rollins. Then Corbin goes aside to get a steel chair, but then Rollins kicks Baron Corbin, but then Corbin leaves the ring, and then what happens next is that Rollins hits Sami Zayn with the steel chair, whams a couple times on his back, a couple times, and then Rollins curb stomps Sami Zayn in the back of his head, and that's what happens to WWE Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins standing tall, and that's what happens there to WWE Monday Night Raw last night. So once again, the John Squad, please like this video. When you subscribe, you become a champion here on this channel with me, and subscribe for more. You're all the best of John Squad. You're all one of a kind. Love each and every single one of y'all. Don't forget to please like this video. Leave a comment down below what your favorite part of WWE Monday Night Raw was. My favorite part was Seth Rollins. And also the 24/7 championship getting locked inside the elevator saying we are family. I thought that was pretty funny and stuff. Hilarious stuff last night. So, once again, the John Squad, please like this video, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more. Peace out, the John Squad.